History is repeating itself in the city of Boston right now. We are witnessing a moment that mirrors the most important trade in the history of the franchise. It is a rare chance for Brad Stevens to finish what started long ago. He has the opportunity to create a perfect sequel to a legendary event. We are talking about the night that changed the Boston Celtics forever. The parallels between the current situation and the summer of 2007 are striking. Back in 2007, the Celtics were in a very dark place. They had just finished one of the worst seasons in the history of the team. The fans were desperate for any sign of hope. Everything felt like it was falling apart. The only light at the end of the tunnel was the upcoming draft lottery. Everyone in the city was praying for a miracle. They wanted the chance to draft a generational superstar like Greg Oden or Kevin Durant. But fate had other plans for the green and white. The lottery balls did not bounce in their favor. Boston suffered some terrible luck that night. They watched as the top picks went to other teams. The disappointment was massive. Paul Pierce was the face of the franchise at the time. He was watching the team struggle from the sidelines. He was giving the front office a cold look. He wanted to win now. He did not want to wait for another long rebuild to happen. Danny Ainge was the man in charge back then. He knew he had to act fast to save the team. He decided to work his magic on the trade market. His first move was flipping the number 5 pick in the draft for a veteran star. That pick turned into Jeff Green. Ainge sent him along with Delonte West and Wally Szczerbiak to Seattle. In return, the Celtics landed the legendary shooter Ray Allen. It was a bold move that signaled a change in direction. But that was only the beginning of the transformation. The bigger move was still waiting in the wings. It was the move that would rewrite the history books for the Celtics. Ainge got on the phone with his old friend Kevin McHale. He was running the basketball operations for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ainge pulled off a blockbuster trade for the ages. He sent a huge package of players and picks to the Midwest. The Celtics gave up Al Jefferson and Ryan Gomes. They added Sebastian Telfair and Gerald Green to the deal. Theo Ratliff and 2 first-round picks were also included. It was a massive price to pay for one single player. But that player was Kevin Garnett. He had given his heart and soul to the Timberwolves for 12 seasons. He won an MVP award and made 7 All-NBA teams in Minnesota. He took that franchise as far as he possibly could on his own. Garnett was 31 years old when he arrived in Boston. He was at the tail end of his prime, but still a force of nature. He brought a new level of intensity to the locker room. The rest of that story is now legendary. Now we fast forward nearly 20 years into the future. Danny Ainge has moved on to other things. His successor is Brad Stevens. He now has the chance to recapture that same magic. He can make some history of his own this summer. The Celtics are coming off an incredibly disappointing ending to their season. The fans are feeling that same sense of frustration again. The superstars on the roster are in a state of flux. The team needs a massive boost to get back. The goal is to return to true championship contention. As fate would have it, a familiar situation is developing. There is another 31-year-old former MVP in the league right now. He has given his all to a franchise in the Midwest. He is a legendary player who has reached a crossroads. He needs to move on to maximize the rest of his career. That superstar is Giannis Antetokounmpo. The chances of him ending up in Boston appear to be getting better by the day. Giannis has been loyal to a fault to the Milwaukee Bucks. He brought a title to that city and became a hero. But that team has no more cards left to play. They are stuck in a difficult financial and tactical position. Much like Kevin Garnett back in the day, it is time for a change. Giannis needs to join up with another star or two on his own timeline. He wants to compete for multiple titles before his prime ends. Boston is the perfect place. Please take a moment right now to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more daily basketball content. There are many parallels between Giannis and Garnett. They are 2 of the greatest power forwards to ever play the game. They both play with an intensity that is rare in professional sports. They both dominate the defensive end. The chief difference is that the Greek freak already has a ring. He knows what it takes to climb that mountain, but he is hungry for more success. He wants to be part of a dynasty. He wants to see his jersey in the rafters. Brad Stevens is going to have to pay a very heftier price. It will likely be even more expensive than the trade for Garnett. But the reward is worth the risk. Pairing Giannis with Jason Tatum would be an unfair advantage. Imagine these 2 superstars playing together for the next few years. It would be a nightmare for every other team. There is a real chance of history repeating itself in the best way. The Celtics could add more banners to the rafters very soon. It would all be thanks to the acquisition of a generational power forward in his prime. Think about how Giannis would fit into the current system. He provides the rim protection that every great team needs. He is a one-man fast break who can go to coast in 3 steps. His gravity opens up everything for shooters. Jason Tatum would find life much easier with Giannis on the floor. He would face fewer double teams from the defense. He could focus on his scoring and playmaking from the perimeter. They would complement each other perfectly. The 2007 trade worked because of the culture change. Garnett brought a defensive mindset that became the identity of the team. Giannis carries that same type of energy. He is a vocal leader who demands excellence from everyone. The Bucks are currently facing a very difficult reality. Their roster is aging and their draft assets are limited. They have reached the ceiling with the current group. Trading Giannis might be the only way for them to rebuild. Milwaukee would want a massive haul in return for their hero. They would ask for young stars and every possible draft pick. Boston has the pieces to make a compelling offer. It would be a painful trade for the fans to witness. Losing key members of the current core is never easy, but you have to be bold to win championships in this league. Brad Stevens has proven he is not afraid to make tough calls. This move would be the one that defines his legacy as an executive. He would be following in the footsteps of a legend. He would be completing the perfect sequel to a great story. The city of Boston thrives on these types of moments. The fans love stars who play with grit and passion. Giannis fits that description better than anyone else in the league. He is a worker who never stops improving his game. The defensive potential of a Tatum and Giannis duo is scary. They can both switch on to any player on the court. They can guard the perimeter and protect the paint at an elite level. History shows us that these types of trades are rare. Most teams are too afraid to take the leap, but the Celtics are not like most teams. They play for championships or nothing at all. The 2008 championship was the result of that bravery. The city celebrated a title after years of waiting. We are seeing the foundation for a new era right now. The timing is almost perfect for this transaction. Giannis is at the exact same age Garnett was when he made the move. He has enough years left to win multiple trophies. He is looking for a stable organization with a winning history. The Celtics have the infrastructure to support a superstar. They have a brilliant young coach and a dedicated front office. They have a fan base that will embrace him from the very first day. Kevin Garnett found his second home in Boston. Giannis could find that same connection here. He could become the next legendary big man to wear the green and white. Brad Stevens has the chance of a lifetime. He can craft a sequel that is just as good as the original. He can bring a generational talent to the most storied franchise in sports. Only time will tell how this story ends. But one thing is certain right now. The opportunity is there for the taking. The parallels are real and the motivation is high. The city of Boston is ready for its next legendary hero. The stage is set for a blockbuster. History is waiting to be written. The perfect sequel is within reach. Brad Stevens has the pen in his hand. It is going to be a story for the ages.